It's a travel day. Okay, so I'm heading to Seattle. It's time for the Halo World Championships 2022, baby. You see, I've been to one of these before in 2018, but that was 4 years ago, so. Before we go to Seattle, I need to go for a run. I've been driving for like 2 hours and I'm tired, I'm falling asleep. So let's go for a run and get energized. The only problem with that is we're still like 10-15 minutes away from where I want to run, so let's get over there. So like my first job ever was as a security guard. I mean, mainly they just have me guarding like back entrances to areas and like gates and stuff. Okay, but like the coolest part of my job was that we got to travel. It was like a traveling gig. It was like my first job ever. Got to travel wherever they needed security, and I was like 16. So like, my first gig ever was here in Wilsonville. And I was like still in high school, still 16, and being able to travel, drive to a job and stay in a hotel provided by the work was like insane to me. It was the first taste of freedom I'd ever had in my life. And so like I hold that first security gig like so highly in my memory. And to like celebrate this newfound freedom that I was experiencing, every day after work, I went for a run. And I would just go down Wilsonville Road to whenever I got tired, I'd turn around and come back. And my favorite run from that took me here, to Graham Oaks Nature Park. So while I'm traveling up to Seattle, I just thought it'd be fun to feature cool little places along I-5 that hold special places in my heart for running and just, I don't know, growing as a human. So we're gonna start here. Yeah, so the trail, it's not very long, but the park is kind of expansive and there are multiple trails that go different directions. And there's some really cool stuff, like an enormous oak tree and natural wildlife. I don't know. It's just a really nice place to be. So it's definitely a lot more brown than it was, or than it has been since it's late summer, early fall. Trees are changing. Hasn't been rain for very long, or yeah, there hasn't been rain for quite a long time. But you can still see some of the beauty and the evergreens that poke up every once in a while. It's super smoky today. I was hoping that the farther north I went, the less smoke there would be, because I don't know where it's coming from. But it's just really bad. It just hasn't cleared up at all. We've had it for a bunch of days. It's kind of like the new normal for Oregon is, if it's not cold in winter, it's hot and smoky. Man, running and holding this thing out is very tiring for my arms. The trail forks here to a gravel path. I'll probably come back and hit that again. The trails aren't very long. And I'm aiming for like an easy 4-mile jog today, so. But I think the whole loop around is like maybe 1.5 miles, 2 miles, if I remember correctly. We'll have to do a lap or two. So there's that big oak that I mentioned earlier, right there behind me. I think it's like 200, 300 years old. It's kind of the monument of the park, so to speak. It's beautiful. Let's go take a peek. Wow, just look at this thing. It's so nice, dude. This is 150 to 200 years old. It's so beautiful. Imagine all the times that it's seen. 150, 200 years old, dude. It was here during westward expansion. It's here during the gold rush. It was here before cars were invented, you know? I don't know, dude. That thing's magical, fascinating. Trees are... Guess we should get back to running, yeah? So it looks like as they were paving this path and putting in the bridges and stuff, the, what is that called? Can't remember. Anyways, as they were putting in the path and the, what's it called? Why can't I think of the word? While they were putting in the path, it looks like a little bit of nature intervened. I think these are deer prints. And they go all the way across the bridge. As it was being paved, I imagine. So cool. Such a cute little touch. And it's so much better that way. The imperfection of it, of how nature's just like taking over. There's something about it, you know? I wish I could articulate my thoughts better, but hey, I think you'll understand. I think you'll see. Oh, we can't have this. Well, that's the end. I think the other trails go in other directions, but yeah, the one that I just followed goes right through. See what else we can get up to, since I've only gone probably like 1.5 miles, I think. Yeah, 1.5 miles. And it's going really slow because I keep stopping and filming and all that stuff, you know, but okay, so that's also like one of the coolest things about the park is that it's like situated right in the middle of like a residential area, and there's like several other parks nearby and a middle school, and does not at all feel like we're like in the middle of a city. It's kind of cool, I think. I was thinking heading down this street would lead us somewhere, but I don't think it is. Park's over there though, so I'm hoping that somewhere down the street we'll find an entrance to it, or like a scuffed entrance that people will go to, you know, and they're not supposed to, and we'll sneak in there. I think it's mowed? I think they mow it for fire danger. It'd get kind of wild out here with the tall grass. Also, all these oaks are like brand new, and they're like planted in lines. I'm having a great time. I don't know if this is good footage at all. It's probably weird with me running, but there's so much stuff I want to do with the cameras. I guess like video production. I just feel so limited by my tools. I've got like no options here. It's kind of just point and shoot, you know? And so like that's good up until a point, but I feel like it's a detriment to my storytelling. And I can't, like I find myself being disappointed by the things I film as they're not up to snuff as the ideas in my head. There's a point in most filmmakers' careers where they feel that they're being limited by their tools. And it's kind of the deciding point for most filmmakers as to whether or not they have the abilities to make it in the field if they can continue to create different and unique content despite their limitations. And that comes into my mind every time I think I'm limited by the things I have or the tools I don't. And it like makes me push the idea away that I need new things. But at this point, I've been pushing these thoughts away for like 4 or 5 years. And at this point, I guess I'm okay. Holy shit. Wow, look at that.
You're the reason I trust easily. It's the love and loyalty you've shown.
Any whoosies, as I was saying, I feel like I'm at the point where I don't care if I'm not creative enough with my current tool set. I just want to make things that I enjoy, that I think are good. And I'm tired of opening up a project on my computer and looking at the footage I filmed and being like, that's not good enough, and then not editing. So I don't know, I guess I needed to just get it off my chest, you know? I'm over it, you know? I want to make stuff. I want to make stuff I like, and I need new tools, so I don't know, I just haven't told anybody. Running is like, oh my God. All these fucking bench locations, dude. Yeah, I don't know, running is just like, all these things in my head come out. And usually it's just to myself, but there's a camera here now, so I'm sharing it with you. I hope you enjoy it. Okay, look at this, look at this. I'll try and show you what I mean. Like, if you look at this, the shit in the background's like out of focus a little bit, right? But just barely. And I don't have control over it, it's automatic. But like with another camera, I could just set it up how I want it and just leave it there. Let it do its thing. I just can't do it. But like what's cool with my phone, it's like all my pictures, I can control the depth of field how I want it. Like it's automatic, but dude, look at how much more blurry that is. That's, I love that. And I want to be able to do that with like a video camera, and I just cannot. I'm gonna take some pictures real quick. Maybe you guys will see them. Yeah, I don't know if any of those are gonna be good, but I just enjoy it. Looking at the world from a different weird perspective. All right, it's we've been out here for like 45 minutes or so, and I've got 3 miles in, so we should cruise on out of here. Here's the tracker with all the starting and stopping. We're at like a 15-minute pace, but hey, that's to be expected. All right, it looks like we're coming out of this forest and back into the, I don't know, grassland. Yeah, let's get it.
I've been going to some dark places. I hate it when my mind races. I've got so many blank spaces, but I wanna change, wanna change.
So yeah, that was Graham Oaks Park, dude. What do you guys think? Thanks for coming along on my run today. I appreciated having somebody to talk to, even if it was my camera. And yeah, I guess I'll see you guys. I'll see you around. Dude, how do you outro a video?